Yo, everybody, what is going on? My name is Peckers11, and this is our little Halloween show. It's October 31st. I gotta get something to you guys. I didn't do a whole bunch before this, but this is the Colossus is coming. All that I know is that it's a short little interactive experience that is filled with an uneasy horror and some dread. We're gonna jump right into it. That's all I got. Begin. My screen is blank. It's just static. A Fire Game production. Based on the music of Auric Echoes. Nice little birds chirping, distant rain, maybe outside rain. Oh, I'm here. And I'm moving, and I don't know what's going on. An interactive expansion to the Auric Echoes album. Gramophone. Yeah, that's not creepy at all. That's not creepy at all. This is the tape. This is the cassette. I am so scared that something. Who is that? Okay, so I'm being watched. That's fun. Cassette tape. Oh, put it in the cassette player.
It's coming. Play the tapes.
Play the tapes. I put one tape in. Oh. Cool. That's fun. I don't know if I'm... Okay, so I played one tape. Do I feel like find the other ones? I don't know what's going on. I'm not being watched anymore. At least not right there. I'm kind of enclosed in this little area here. I don't exactly know. Well, oh, here's another tape. Let's do this again.
So yeah, I was going for a walk the other day. It was nice out. It was a little bit cold, but not too bad. But on the walk, I came across to the figure, maybe 20 feet away from me. He was really skinny, slender, just super tall. He was wearing all black. His eyes were kind of sunken in, and he seemed like he was hurt. Not like a physical hurt, but like tormented.
Stop.
He was all hunched over, looking at the ground. I yelled out, see if I can get his name, see if he was feeling okay, but there was no response. He didn't say anything. He didn't actually really acknowledge I was there. He just kept staring at the ground. Somebody stood there about 20 feet between us. Seemed like a while. Not actually quite sure. I don't remember much. Then the weird thing happened. He just started walking towards me. There was no provocation. He just started walking.
Hello,
Quite slowly, especially for a man of his stature. He didn't look up
I know
to
you're
see me.
out
He
here.
didn't make eye contact. He just kept walking. I got this strange sense of unease, dread, and I'm not sure why.
Now I'm
I
getting a
just
feeling
turned
of
around and
unease
started
dread.
to run. I knew I had to get as far away from whatever this person was as I could. So I started running, and I felt like I was running fast.
That's a
So I
femur.
turned around to look at the figure, expecting to see something chasing me. But what I saw was just him walking. He didn't match my pace. He wasn't running after me. He just looked at the ground and kept walking. So I
Oh,
looked away, and I kept running.
Alright. Oh my gosh, I don't know. That's okay. Ignore me. So we have a Slenderman in our somewhere around us, and we definitely did see him earlier. Let's turn on the nice music again to calm us down. And I would imagine that these cassettes have to be near like an object. Why is it so bright now? Like the first one was on the ground, I guess. The second one was on the bench. I figure like there'd be one near, what is this, a wheelchair? Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, you rock out, Gramophone. I'm ready for anything. I want to fight this Slenderman. I also want to find the next cassette. But I'm also afraid that I'm like completely blind. There's also bones on the ground, which is a little unfortunate for whatever bones they are. Hopefully, they're not mine. I can't leave this area, it seems. But I also can't find any of these damn cassettes. The gramophone is there, the bench is here. This statue, I'll call it, here. Set players in the middle. Weird structure of rock. Is that what that is? No, that's also a part of the statue. It's here. Oh, here's the next cassette. I'm ready for Slenderman. That's not a cassette player. Where'd they go? There we are.
I don't exactly remember how long I'd run for, but it had to have been at least a half hour. I was really tired.
Good cardio, man.
I had to stop, and I came upon an old man.
That skull was not there before.
He looked really peaceful and content. I asked him if I could join him, sitting down.
These skulls were not here before.
So I sat next to the old man, and he asked me why I was running. And I told him. And he said that was a really silly reason to be running. I didn't really say anything back. I just kind of looked onward. He turned and told me not to be scared. And I told him I'd do my best. We sat there for a while without talking. Eventually he says, "Hey kid." And I say, "Yeah." He says, "Do you see that over there?" And he raises his arm and points out a finger at nothing. And I say, "No."
I don't like this.
He relaxes and says, "Oh, never mind then." I just put my head down confused. I sat there and thought for a minute or two. But then I realized, I never actually got the guy's name. So I looked up and started to ask. But, I mean, like, just like that, the man was gone.
Why did it get so damn dark?
So I just got up and started running again.
And now I have a flashlight, which is my only light source. And this lamp. And it is very dark out. This is terrifying. Slenderman, please. I'm begging you. Please.
At a point, it felt like I was running with more force than I ever have in my entire life. My stomach burned, my chest felt like a drum.
I have
with
a
every
boundary of
single
rock.
step, I was packing down the dirt, throwing clouds behind me. I just couldn't stop. The momentum was too much. But no matter how fast I ran, it was always just walking. Anytime I turned my head, anytime I closed my eyes, he somehow gained ground. No matter what kind of lead I had or thought I had, whenever I looked back, he was right there. So I just stopped looking, and I kept running. I had to keep moving. One foot, then the other.
One foot and then the other. Don't stop moving. There's one cassette left. Bones littered everywhere. What haven't we explored? The wheelchair. And also, oh, here's the cassette. What the hell was that? What the hell just shattered? No, there are way more skulls on the ground than there should be. I am so uncomfortable right now. It's here? I don't like that
It was more
achievement.
tired than you could ever imagine. My heart was pounding, my chest felt like it was on fire. I just had to stop, catch my breath. I bent over, rested my hands on my knees. I was starting to feel a bit cold out. I pushed off from my knees and stared straight up. Then I
No.
turned around. The figure was still there, about 20 feet from me. He was still walking really slowly towards me, but I couldn't really bring myself to run anymore.
Oh,
I just stared at him as
are
he
you in the
walked up to
trees?
me.
Please don't be in the trees.
But about 3 feet away from me, he just stopped. We
Okay.
made eye contact for a moment or two. His face was a lot softer than I remember.
Oh, it's off there. Yay.
After that moment or two, the figure squatted down.
What is that?
He sat on the
Oh, that's
ground,
a
his
light.
long legs crisscrossed. I'd followed him.
049?
We just sat there, looking at each other. And then he looked at me, and he said, you know you don't have to run from me, right? His voice was a lot lighter than I expected.
What is this?
And I said, yeah. He asked me if I was scared, and I said, yeah. And then he asked me why. I thought for a moment. I just told him I didn't know. He told me that was okay, but that I really didn't have to be worried. And I said I know. He was really nice to talk to. We sat there for another moment or two, silent. Then the figure stood up, and I followed right behind him. He told me he'd be back to see me again someday, and I asked him when. He stopped, thought for a second, before turning back and simply responding with, someday. I said, okay. Then he turned to leave, but before he could, I stopped him. Excuse me, sir, I asked. I never did quite catch your name. He turned back to me, and then he told me. Then he carried on his way.
What was his name?
I watched his tall frame disappear into the distance
Bye, Slenderman.
until I was there all alone. I stood for a moment to take in the cold air. Then I figured I didn't really have much to be out there for anymore. So I turned around and I walked home.
Okay. Cool. Okay, then what? That was 5 out of 5. What do you want me to do? Why is the wind getting louder? Why is it getting closer? No. Grandfather Clock, will you save me? I'm turning into a little schizo right now. I'm really scared. What was that? I don't like this. Where's it coming from? What's it doing? I'm able to run. I'm running. Get away from me. Oh, hell nah. Oh, hell nah. What the hell is that, dude? Why was that? I heard you. I hear you. I know you're out there. Holy shit. The tree came down. The ground is moving. That type of horror that 2 out of 3 gramophones? What does that mean? I was forced to accept the Colossus. Did I fail? Well, there it is, guys. There's the Colossus is coming. The Halloween experience that you didn't ask for, but it's the one you got. Happy Halloween, kids. Don't get abducted by the Slenderman, and have a fantastic evening.